Good morning, Boker Tov. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Yesterday we talked about the distinction between the Bakasha section, the middle section where we make requests of God, and we wait there in terms of praying for rain, even though rain might be needed in Israel earlier on, so that people will get back from their time of pilgrimage to Israel in ancient times, and that still stays the same to this day, that we wait until December time to start adding it in there. But on the other hand, we speak about the God's capacity and power, Gvurat Geshamim, already now. Once Shemini Atzeres has begun, we do so. The Shulkin Art discusses what happens if a person is uncertain. Imamar. On the one hand, if a person would we reference rain during the dry season, we make him go back. Forget uncertain for the moment. You make him go back. Machzirin oto. On the other hand, hold on, let's get the right spot here. On the other hand, he said the Shulchan Aruch position is b'yemot haGashamim, in the rainy season. Im lo amar uMorid haGashem, if you did not mention uMorid haGashem, that God brings down the rain, he says machzirin oto. We make you also go back. I say on the other hand, that was incorrect. We make you go back and repeat the bracha. Repeat the bracha. And that's if a person hadn't mentioned even that God is uMorid hatal. But if you mention that God brings down dew, that would be sufficient. You don't have to repeat the bracha. So there is actually that nusach in some sidurim in Israel. They do that, but the practice, as you'll see in our art scroll siddur at least, is that we don't mention that in general. So if you miss it, then you have to go back to the beginning of the pasuk. And if you didn't remember, you finished through Kel Kadosh, then you have to go back actually all the way to the beginning and repeat the 3 brachot from the beginning, because it's considered to be all 3 brachot are unit. So once you mess it up and you started in Atachonein Ladam Dat, you've already completely messed it up. So you try to make sure that you don't make the mistake. The people, though, especially if people are davening, half out of their siddur and half in their heads, or not even at all from the siddur. So what do? So the general principle is that people follow their hairgel. Their regulated, right? Hairgel is a good word. It sounds like regular, right? How you've been accustomed to doing it, what's been on your tongue and in your ear for a period of time. And the general presumption is 30 days is what you need to change your pattern. 30 days. So you need to change your pattern. And there's a discussion whether you mean 30 days or 90 davenings, and if it's not really exact as well, but because 3 times a day you daven. So if 90 times you drill it in the change, so that would be okay. That would make that. Then you can presume you said it if you're uncertain and questioning whether or not you had properly done it. What's interesting is that the Ramah adds at the end of this discussion. If you would say, starting in Shemini Atzeres, let's say, you would just keep on repeating the line. Or actually, I was taught in yeshiva a little tune, which is a niggin actually. And you repeat it 90 times right then and there. That would be considered sufficient, says the Ramah, to rely upon if you were uncertain later on. Oh, what was my natural instinct to recite these words? And you can say, well, 90 times I've already drilled it in this new flow, and that would be enough to go on. The Mishnah Berurah says that you shouldn't rely on it. But if you went through this drill sufficiently, it will do the trick. Of course, the right answer is daven from a siddur, pay attention to your words, and you won't be stuck in it. But life is sometimes not that way. But I hope that we can continue to pray for all of God's beneficence. In this case, it's only to recall God's power to do so, that God will indeed, though, bring us the blessings that we always need. Have a great day.